Hi, I'm Salma Benawan. I'm going to show the entire pre-release material. Okay, so you know what the pre-release material is about. We have an integrated transport system, and these are the three tasks. Now, the first 16 lines of the pre-release material shown here, or the first 15 lines, these are task 1. So it's basically the first 7 lines are showing you the data structures that are storing the data. So we have 6 arrays, 3 of them are of type string and 3 of them are of type real. Then from line 8 to line 16 in this image, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 arrays. These arrays are like our database. They're going to hold all the information we need. So 2 arrays are about the passenger number and passenger name, and we have 7 arrays that are going to hold the booking numbers. So every single booking that ever happened, and for that particular booking, what time did it start, and for that particular booking, which passenger number made that booking, which C trip, booking C, which booking M did they take, which booking F did they take, and finally how much they paid in that booking. So that's task 1. Now task 2 and task 3 make up the rest of the program. Look at task 2. So the first 4, we have line 17, line 18, line 19, and line 20. They're left aligned, okay? So line 17 says count passenger equals -1, count booking equals -1. So we're starting it at a particular number, which is -1. And once we have a real passenger, we're going to increment count passenger, and then we're going to have the first passenger, their number is 0. And once we have a real booking, we're going to increment that -1, and the first booking number is 0. Okay, so then we have in line 19, booking system on equals input. Is the booking system on, yes or no? While booking system on equals yes. So they typed yes. Now, the rest of task 2 and 3 are inside this while loop, and that's why I have a blue line to show you that everything else, so that means from line 21 all the way to line 79, all of that is indented in that while loop. Okay, so from line 21 to line 79, all of that is indented in the while loop. So line 21, print welcome to the booking system. Line 22, new passenger equals input. Are you a new passenger, yes or no? So we're going to ask them if they're a new passenger. From line 23 to 28, those lines are related if new passenger equals yes. So this is a new person, they haven't booked before. We're going to create count passenger equals count passenger plus 1, give them a unique number. That unique number is created by simply incrementing the counter and letting them store their name and storing their number, and pnum equals count passenger. Then from line 29 to 32, these lines are related to if the passenger is an old passenger. So new passenger equals no. So let them type, line 30, passenger number equals int, input your existing passenger number. Line 31, print your name is, and and then we will tell them, okay, you gave me the existing passenger number, so line 31 will show their name, and line 32 will save that in a variable pnum. Finally, line 33, we can set up a new booking. Line 34, count booking equals count booking plus 1. So if this is the first booking ever, we've went from -1 to 1. Let's have a look at line 35. So we've stored this as, count booking. We've stored it in booking number array, and we've stored the passenger number in booking passenger number, and we're storing booking start time of count booking equals type the time you arrived. And we have line 38 and 39 some validation. This is a range check validation. So while the booking start time is less than 0 or it's greater than 23, that means they typed either 26 or they typed -5. This is a not valid time. Error, please type a number between 0 and 23 hours. Now, looking at line 40 to 46, these lines are all related to the person choosing C1 or C2 or C3 or C4 or C5. So first they input one of those, and line 41 and 42 is a lookup check. Okay, line 43 stores their C input inside the booking C database, in the array. And line 44, 45, 46 are a simple search algorithm which will extract the index of the C1 or C2 or C3 or C4 or C5. So if they typed C3, here's a 4 count in range 0, 5. We check what's at index 0. It's not the correct one, not the correct. So then we find out that C3 is located at index 2. Okay, we copy paste that same code that was in line 40 to 46. We copy paste that same code into line 47 to 53. We just change it from C to M. And of course, we take that same code again in line 54 to 60, and we just change it. Instead of C or M, we make it F input so they can choose the final part of their trip. Okay, and finally, we've finished inputting our C, our M, our F. We're in line 61, 62, 63. We are showing them their cost. Okay, line 61, trip cost is equal to price C, and take C index. So if they chose C3, that means I'm at index 2, plus price M of the M index of what they chose, plus price F of F index of which index that they chose, and print their cost without the discount. Okay, now the next lines from line 64 to 68, those are the lines of task 3. Okay, so task 3 is embedded within task 2, and most likely they will ask you this for a 3-mark question on your exam. How did you figure out if they deserved a discount or not, and how did you calculate it? So line 64, 65, 66, 67, 68 are task 3. If their booking start time of this particular booking, which is numbers count booking, is greater than or equal to 10, so they arrived at 10 o'clock or after 10 o'clock, print you are entitled to a discount. Line 66, the trip cost is equal to trip cost times 0.6. Print the new trip cost is trip cost. And finally, line 68, you need to store the new trip cost inside the booking trip cost array. So you need to override what you previously had saved. So now line 69 until line 75, those lines are showing all the information because the task says you have to show everything that they've chosen. And finally, line 76 is asking for a confirmation. Confirmed equals input. Please confirm that the following details are correct, yes or no. If confirmed equals no, line 78 says count booking equals count booking minus 1. So what that will do is it's going to overwrite everything we just wrote because the user did not verify that it was correct. So we're going to delete all that booking and all that array, and we're going to create a new booking. And finally, the last line of this pre-release is booking system on equals input. Would you like to make another booking, yes or no? So if they say yes, that entire while loop, which started on line 2021, will repeat again. Otherwise, the program will halt. So that's the whole pre-release program. Let's have a look at some of the questions that might come. Most likely there will be either 3, 4, 5-mark question about task 1. What are the data structures you've used to record the data related to the journeys and the cost of the journeys? So, we have 6 one-dimensional arrays. Describe them. Tell us what's inside them. Question B, for example, there's a 50% sale off for dropping people from the end station to destination. Explain which data structures will change and reflect the change by showing the new data structure. So basically the last part, the F part, is going to change. So array F will now be 50% off instead of 1.53, 4.56, and 8. Array F will now equal to 0.75, 1.50, 2.25, 3.0, and 4.0. Also, they probably will ask you, name one constant and explain the data type and the purpose of this constant. So for example, you can say discount percentage is 0.4, and then, say this is a constant that's applied to the total cost if the user has started the journey after 10 a.m. It's a real data type, and we used it in this line. New total cost is equal to total cost into 1 minus the discount percentage. They might ask you about uniqueness. How did you ensure uniqueness of the passenger number or the booking number? So the way that it's described is you should ensure uniqueness by generating a unique number. In order to generate a unique number, your passenger number will start at an initial value, for example, -1, and every time a new passenger is added, we'll increment that counter such that, the passenger number of the first passenger is 0, the next one is 1, the next one is 2, and we are ensuring uniqueness. We never repeat passenger numbers. And most likely question 2 in the pre-release will be write task 2. Question 3 will be describe, how your program calculates the discount in task 3. So I've summarized the entire pre-release material. I hope you do really well on your exam, and I hope you join us for A-level classes, inshallah.